Hey everyone, it's Tom here from Tech Nexus, and thanks for joining me on today's video. So yesterday we made a start on Area 1 and pretty much got that sorted, and you can see we've got my pipelines coming down the rack. I'm still yet to finish them off and I may need to decide which way they're going, but eventually they'll come up over here and go up or down depending on which level, and then make their way down the east-west rack. So that's Area 1 completed, so we're going to jump into Area 2. So Area 2 has, according to the p&id, tank number 002, which has one line coming in, and then it has one line coming out the bottom, going into pumps 3 and 4, and then back out again. So we will see where this is coming from. So this is line number 1005. So again, if we have a look at Area 1 and then look for line number 1005, so that will be this top blue line here. So again, for the continuation, I can extend this out and run it into Area 2 up to sort of the first elbow and where it needs to sit. So if I xref in the pipe racks, so now it's going to come across and then I'm going to bring it down and then across, and then this somewhere will be where that first elbow is going to be. So then I need to raise this up to the appropriate level, so bottom of pipe at 7150, because we're going to put a shoe or a guide or some sort of pipe support on it. So I'm going to detach all of these xrefs and then save the model, zoom extents and save it. And then from Area 2, we can pick up this pipeline. So we look at Area 2 piping. Okay, and then again, similar to before, we're going to bring in the generic area models, so we know where we're going to be placing our pipe. And we're also going to bring in the Area 2 equipment file. And I'm also going to xref in the Area 1 piping model. So, excuse me, if we have a look at this nozzle here, so Area 2, the top nozzle for this pipe needs to be a 6-inch CS150, so we're going to have a look at that. And it's come in as a 6-inch CS150, which is right, so we don't really need to change anything there. And if we look at the drain, it's a 4-inch CS150. So again, the same 4-inch CS150, and then we're going to have to maybe change these pumps. So let's just double check those. 4-inch CS150, and the discharge is 3-inch CS150, which mates up with what we have on the p&id. So the pump nozzle, the pumps and the tank are all okay in regards to the equipment. So now I know for sure that I can run this pipe from the rack over here up and over and into this tank. So to do that, I already have the line number set, so I can go route pipe node, so I can just keep running it. And then because I know it's going to be a little bit funny in regards to where it needs to go, I'm just going to type in node, and I'm going to let the software just sort of work out where it needs to run for now. So I can fix this all up later, and according to the p&id, we don't have any valves or anything that we need to put in there for now. So again, I can just leave it, or we can have a play around with this setup here, which we can do. So I'm just going to delete the last few runs of this pipe, rotate it around to the west, and then again do the same thing, do a node to node connection, and then maybe even delete that and move that down to the same elevation there. Then we can delete that last piece and then do the same thing. Run it to the node. So again, for the time being, it probably looks a little bit messy, but again, we can clean all of that up. We might even shift this pipe run down, maybe drop it down a level, and that way we step up into the tank rather than just running as is. So let's do the same thing for this 80 mil line. So we're going to run from the drain of this into pump number 3 and pump number 4. So we know that this is pump 3 and this is pump 4. So according to the p&id, line number 1008 goes to pump 3. So again, pull up the p&id list, go to area 2, and it was area line number 1008. So 1008, place item, and we can go from node to node. Let's do that again. Node to node. And we've got 4 solutions there for Plant 3D to give us. So let's have a look. Let's accept that one. So just looking at it from this side, it's probably not the best solution, but for now, I'm just going to have a play with this, shift this line back, and then we're also going to place the gate valve off this. So I want to stretch this out, put the gate valve in, and again change it to be a flanged valve. And then let's extend this line, come across, and then do the same thing over here that we did before, do an auto route. So I can't find any paths, so we might have to play around with this a little bit. I'm going to rotate this down. So again, pick it up, stretch it to the node, and then let's have a look over here. So we just fit in there, and then again, same thing, we can just stretch this out. Oh, a little bit messy there, so let's fix this up again. Doesn't look like, it looks like we've got $14.8 and we've got 25 in there. So in theory, we should be able to do this. So let's come back and do it this way. Come across, go up, and then do the same. Let's stretch this over to meet with this item. Let's see if we can auto route between those two. Doesn't like it still, so again, I can just adjust this. Let's just get this line out of the way. Run this up. And again, let's see if we can mate up with shift this over to node. and then route pipe to pipe. It might be just on there. We can delete that and stretch that down. So you can see it can take also a little bit of time. Now also, like what we did before, is I'm going to change that to a T, and now that we want to run line number 1009 off this T into this pump. So same thing, just right click, place item, node to node. We can accept that solution, and let's place this gate valve in the right spot. Let's rotate the operator up and also change it to be a flanged valve there. So that's just the basis of that suction line, and then later tonight I'm going to update this model to run the discharge lines, which will be very similar to what we did before. So hopefully that gives you a better insight into how things can happen inside Plant 3D. Sometimes it's not always going to happen perfectly the straight time. You will have to adjust levels and change elbows to T's and whatever else, but ultimately you will get to where you need to be. So hopefully, again, this has been quite informative for you. If you liked the video, please press thumbs up. If you didn't, please press thumbs down. Any comments, please make them in the dialog box below. And feel free to subscribe to the channel and keep up to date with my daily videos. So thanks for watching.